Hi, in this video we will be discussing GMAT Official Guide 2017 edition Quant Problem Solving question number 60. Let's have a look at this question. So here the question says, right, you can see that very clearly the question is made up of 3 to 4 lines. So let's try to solve this question part by part. Let's see what the first 2 lines of the question has to say, then we'll move on to the remaining part of the question. Here the first 2 lines says, of the land owned by a farmer, 90% was cleared for planting. Say there was some big land, right, was there with farmer, right? Say let's call this as 100% of the land. Out of this, 90% were cleared for planting. 10%, I mean, for some reason it was not good for planting, not for planting. And the remaining 90% is for planting. Okay. Now this, right, now next line says, of the cleared land, 40% was planted with soybeans. Of the cleared land, this is what the cleared land for planting. So of this, right, 40% were planted with soybeans. So 40% of 90%, right? So 40 by 100 into 90 by 100 is nothing but 4 nines are 36%. So 36% is planted with soybeans, right? So here 36%. And 50% of the cleared land was planted with wheat. So 50% of the cleared land is 90%. So 50% of the 90%. Again, this is going to give us 9 5s are 45%. Right? So 45% of the land is planted with wheat. Okay, 45% with wheat. So now the next line says, this is soybeans. Now the next line says, if the remaining 720 acres of cleared land, remaining is what? 36%, 45% out of the remaining cleared land. So 36 plus 45 will give you 81. 90% minus 36 plus 45 is 81%. So that will leaves you 9%. They are saying this 9% of land is worth 720 acres. Now this they have planted with corns. Okay, this is what? Corn, right? So this 9% they have planted with corn. How many acres did the farmer own? They are totally asking what is the total land the farmer owned. Okay, so 9% is 720. Then we can figure out what is 90% is easily, right? So 90% means multiply both sides with 10. 9% is 720 means 90% will be 7,200. 7,200 would be the cleared land, right? The land which is for planting. Now we have to figure out the 100%. 90% is 7,200 means then 100% is what? We can figure out what is 10%. It's easier, right? So divide both sides by 9, that will give you 10%. 10% if you divide both sides by 9, here it will give you 800. So this 10% which is not planted is 800. This is 7,200. So totally that will give you 8,000 square feet. Answer has to be D. You can eliminate all the other answer choices. So if you look at this, if you picturize, it will have a clear idea. And also this question tests you the successive discounts. What is successive discounts, right? First they had is 100%, then 10, then for 40% on the remaining 90 and 50% on the remaining 90%. Right? Your students may easily go wrong assuming 40 plus 50, 90. Okay, so remaining there is no 10%. 10% they will assume it as 720. Which is not really 720. This 10% is not for the cleared land. This is for the uncleared land which is not suitable for planting basically, right? So don't do careless errors here. Answer has to be D. Just this is a simple successive discount question. Just follow the question. Try to visualize. It will give you a better idea, right? So just to reiterate, what is successive discount? Say for an example, if you bought a pen for 100 rupees, you got a 10% discount initially. Then the new value 10% of 100 is 10, right? So the new value would be 90. 100 minus 10, 90. Now another 10% on the 90 is, right, 10% of the 90 is 9, so the new value would be 81. Now second discount is on the 90, second discount is not the 100. So this is what successive discount. You have to be very careful on what they are taking on. Here they are taking on the cleared land, right? Planted with 40%. Of the cleared land, 40% are planted. So 40% of the 90% here, not the overall 100. I hope this is clear. Answer is D here. Now let's see what is an alternative way of solving this question. Alternative way of solving this question is of course back solving, because we have numbers in answer choices. So what is the process of back solving? We'll assume the answer choice C, then we will work along with the question and check whether answer option C matches the condition of the question. If not, we'll look up and down based on up and down in answer choices based on the option, based on the answer choice C, what the result we get. Right. So let's do the same process, but before that, as usual, we'll visualize this. There is a land which is 100%. Out of this, 90% of the land was suitable for planting. Okay, remaining 10% for some reason is not suitable. And of the 90%, right? So of the some 40% of 90%, say 36% is for sow beans, right? Then 90 for 50% of the 90%, which is 45%, right? We calculated this. So 45% is for the wheat, and the remaining 9% we have, which is equivalent to 720 acres. That's what they are saying. Right? This is what they are trying to say. Now, if at all we assume total 100% as 7,200, I'm assuming the answer choice C as 7,200, the total acre. In that case, 90% of 7,200, right? This is 720 would be the 10%. So if you remove 720 from the 7,200, so you will have 0 here. So you will have a 8 here. We will have a 4 here, and you will have a 6. 6480 as the total 90% of the planting land. Okay. So out of this, they are saying 9% is 720. 9% of 6480 is not going to get you 720, which is very clear. 9% of 6480, if you just look at it, right, you will have a decimal, of course. So in that case, we can eliminate answer choice C, right? If you roughly calculate it, right, even 10% of 6480 is going to give you 648, but we want 720. 10% of 6480 is not even getting you close to 700. In that case, we need a bigger number. We can eliminate B and A as well. Out of D and E doesn't look like a good number to check because it ends with a 9. It's going to end up with a decimal number, of course. So we can eliminate answer choice E. Answer has to be D. Anyways, let's have a quick look at this. Right. So what we are going to see here, right? Total area we are going to assume as 8,000. So in that case, 10% of the area which is not planted is 800. The remaining 90% is what planted. 90% is planted area is 7,200. So 10% of 7,200, right? Not 10%. 9% of the overall, right? 9% is 720. So that is basically 10% of 7,200, which is 720. 10% of 90% is what? 9%. 10% of 90% is what the 9% is, right? So the 9% is 720, they are saying. So that means the overall has to be, right, 7,200. That is 90% has to be 7,200. In the other words, if 90% is 7,200, if we divide both sides by 10, we will get 9% as 720, which matches our condition. So answer has to be here D, 8,000. I hope this is clear, right? So again, right, this answer choice D we not necessarily need to check in the exam. As long as we are very clear that all the remaining answer choice is not going to come, we can eliminate all the other and we can fix up on answer choice D. No need to check. This is just for the extra clarification. Okay. I hope this is clear. Answer is D here. Thank you.